Hi, everybody. Welcome to Reality Bars TV, where we talk about all things reality TV shows and all things reality TV show stars. You guys won't believe that I did the Real Housewives of Durban, the full review. And on In Short, for some reason, it just won imports, not the recent episode. And I ended up just giving up on importing it, and now I need to do the recent episode. I'm having those issues when my videos are too long on In Short. I don't know what's happening with my editor, but I will sort it out, you guys. Okay, I'll sort it out. I'm not giving up on Real Housewives because I do think that it's getting interesting. It's not working out like the Mommy Club, okay? As much as I did not like the casting, but I am enjoying Real Housewives. So my Real Housewives people, I have not given up on Real Housewives. I'm watching. I'm still liking the show. I'm liking it better than I liked it in the beginning. So it's not because it's boring me. I'm just having issues with editing the full reviews on my In Shorts. Okay, so as soon as I sort that out, I will post the full episode and then I'll do the recent one. Okay. So now, you guys, with the Mommy Club, I believe that this is the finale episode. Finally, listen, you guys, if you are somebody that doesn't like my stance on the Mommy Club this season, go watch the channels that agree with you. If you are that kind of a person that only want to watch the reviews that agree with your opinion, do that. Go watch the channels that agree with you. I even watch people that don't agree with me. And my best colleague on the internet, Ucelia, we've been butting heads when it comes to the Mommy Club. She's on the opposite end on how I feel about the Mommy Club, and she's like my favorite person to go to on Facebook to read, because she writes her reviews, to read her reviews when it comes to the Mommy Club. And after I do my review, I go read her review. I enjoy reading her reviews because I laugh about how different she feels about the Mommy Club. Like, she feels the total opposite about each of the cast member. And I laugh about that because I don't take these shows personal. I'm not a cast member. I don't get paid by the showmax. I don't make money from how I feel about each of the cast members. And some of you be breathing too hard in the comment section, okay? If you're one of those people, I will block you. If I feel like your comment section is just too much, okay, I will block you. We are having fun reviewing these shows, okay? That is what we do, okay? I'm just trying to explain how my reviews are supposed to be like. You should enjoy the fact that I feel different about the people that I am reviewing. Okay, I feel different. My opinion is different from yours, and you should have fun telling me what your opinion is. The fact that your opinion is different. Okay, if you are using things like your opinion is nonsense, you are not matured enough for this channel. If you are saying your review is bogus, your review is rubbish, you are not of this channel. I've said that, you guys. Don't be letting me overuse my block button, okay? So I've noticed that when it comes to the Mommy Club, I'm getting those new people that are acting like that. We don't do that on this channel. We have fun, we laugh, okay? Tell me that, Dando, I can't believe you don't like this person. I love this person, and this is why I love this person. This is what I do when I go and I watch Celia there on Facebook. I'm like, Celia, what do you mean? What do you mean Pelad is the best for the Barbie Club? I don't get it. I'm like, what? What are you saying about Mrs. J? Anyway, you guys, I wanted to talk about what I had said last week, because some people didn't agree with me when I said last week that the reason that the trip didn't go so well for Pelati and Voi last week was because Happy was not there, because Happy is a backup for the two of them. And I felt like the trip was, the ground was shaky for them, because that person that is a backup for them, being it that Happy is the OG, once she speaks, they feel secured. Whether they're having dinner or lunch, they know what they have Happy. And whatever Happy agrees with, they take that side. Whatever Happy disagrees with, they take that side. If Happy is going to play the game, they will play the game. If Happy is going to go and participate in the activity, they're going to do that. So with Happy not being there and them not having expected Gutu Happy was not going to be there, it was shaky ground for the two of them. That's why they ended up walking out of the game that they were supposed to just sit down and play with the ladies, and it ended up going left. Apparently, the ladies ended up having fun after the two of them walked out. Now, you guys, I kind of feel like for me, the fact that now, with everybody having left, they had dinner this time after they had activities during the day that went well. I think part of it is that they were separated because Happy, Vui, and was it Noxie? No, Noxie and Mrs. J did the activity, and Mrs. Sunday. They did the activities together. The fact that they were separated during the activities, which was fun, quad biking, and then the golf. It was a good thing to separate because, I mean, it's a trip to Mpumalanga. You can't have a trip to Mpumalanga and just be fighting all the time. It was good that they did some activities separately so that they can have some fun. It's good for us to see drama, but I mean, let the ladies have some fun, okay? So it was good that the producers allow them to have activities like that, just have, allow them to have some fun and then do those dinners where for sure there's going to be some fights, okay? Now, at the dinner, they were supposed to have wine tasting. I don't know, are you not supposed to eat when you're having wine tasting? Because I didn't really see them eat, but it was supposed to be dinner. Then, well, I'm halfway through the episode, so I'm still going to watch the rest of it. Now, you guys, here's the thing, you guys. As much as I said, you guys, I was happy to see Vuye walk out with Pilate, because I was like hoping that they were walking out of the show, because I was like, I'm over these ladies, okay? But that was not like a matured adult way to handle like a miscommunication or a misunderstanding. We all know that. So obviously, in order for them to move forward, I'm hoping that the following day we are going to have like adult sit downs between the ladies. Okay, Vui obviously is still there. Pelade has gone. They've confirmed that she walked out, left the gift scam Mrs. J. I think it made sense, you guys, that she left it behind, because I don't think that she was going to want to wear the pajamas at home. No. She was going to have to give it to somebody, but who is she going to give it to? So it made sense. It feels bad to give somebody the gifts back, but what was she going to do? So now I had thought that somebody between Vui and Rosette was going to initiate a sit down, because I was hoping that they were going to try and get an understanding between the two of them. So I was hoping that somebody was going to be matured enough to be like, okay, Peladi has left. We do want to go on with the trip with some kind of an understanding. So let's sit down and have an understanding of, okay, what went wrong in that communication of ours? Okay, what exactly were you trying to communicate to me in that moment? Where did we miss each other? So I don't know, you guys. I think that production should have suggested it. I suspect that production wanted the drama to continue, because I do believe that some of the scenes, especially when it comes to the sit down between the ladies when they want certain things resolved, is suggested by production. I think they should have suggested, ladies, don't you want to sit down just like we and Rosette, to just get it and like some understanding between the two of them. I think the chances of Vui and Rosette understanding each other, I think there is a chance of them understanding each other if there isn't any Happy, any Mrs. J, any Noxie, any Mrs. Sunday, just the two of them. I think they might argue in the beginning, but I think there is a chance. I think when I was seeing them argue at the table with everybody there, I think that I felt like actually these ladies could understand each other if they had a chance just to sit down, just the two of them, without the backups from both the sides. They could have an understanding. I feel like it was a disservice to themselves to not actually opt to have that sit down. Because, yes, at the table, I think at some point, there was a point where Rosette ended up saying to Vuyo, I'm sorry. And I did see Uvuyo kind of receive, even though I didn't hear Uvuyo say, I accept the apology, but I did see Uvuyo kind of soften after Rosette says the apology. But I feel like we could have really got like a genuine scene between the two of them had they done that sit down. Now, you guys, I will say this as a disclaimer. I'm halfway through the episode, so I'm just talking about that dinner, and I'm not done watching this episode, which is episode 11. So I do feel like before the dinner, I wish that they had done a sit down with just Rosette and Vuyo. And I think that would have, going to dinner, maybe eat dinner wouldn't have been as disastrous. Now, coming to dinner, of course, they are still upset at each other and one another because it's the upsets are too many. and and when they get to dinner, Mrs. Shea is updating Uhappy about what happened the night before, but Uhappy is acting like she's not really clued up about the Pilates situation. But I think that she's more than clued up. She's just pretending that she's not clued up. Then we start arguing with, with Rosette about what had happened the night before. And Rosette starts saying, you shouldn't have been there. If you were not feeling well, because we were there to have fun and play games and whatever, you shouldn't have been there. And I think, you guys, that was a wrong thing to say from Rosette's side. But I think that if you're going to spend time with a group of people and then you know that you are there to have fun and as the ladies, but you don't tell them that you're going through something, you don't share with them, but you are expecting that they should understand that you had a breakdown earlier on. I think that thing was like Umesi Sande would do shady stuff. And then when they call her on her shady behavior, then she starts saying, oh my God, like, I've been through so much. I've been going through so much. When am I going to have peace in my life? How? No, like everybody's going through stuff, but the fact that when your things, you bring them up every time you are being called on your ish, like, if you want to tell us you're going through something, just tell us you're going through something, because they're always together, they're always having dinners, they're always having lunches. Just tell ladies, I've been going through stuff. But Mrs. Sunday always waits until she has done something, and then when the ladies are decided, when Mrs. Sunday, you are two-faced. Oh God, guys, you know what I've been thinking? I've been going through another reason. How? All of a sudden, you are going through a lot when we are trying to call you on your behavior. So even with Vuyo, it sounded like that kind of thing of, because you are being called on your behavior, now you are saying, do you know that I had a breakdown earlier? But who was going to know that? Because you were there on your phone, not wanting to interact. At least if you had interacted with the ladies and told them you had a breakdown earlier, then they would have stayed away they wouldn't have bothered you with the game, because they would have known that you had a breakdown earlier. But nobody knew. How were they supposed to know what you had a breakdown? That's why I said that if they had had a sit down, maybe she would have said, you know what, the reason I acted the way that I acted, I had a breakdown earlier on. She didn't even have to explain what was the breakdown about. We go through life. Maybe the kids, maybe something was going on with the kids. Maybe because of the husband. She recently lost her husband. I don't know how recent it is, by the way. She recently lost her husband. Whatever it is, she just needed to say that. And then Rosa would have been like, okay, now I see. It wasn't the right time for us to be asking you to play a game. And it would have been sorted. They would have understood each other. So I do feel like it's possible that there are scenes that are shot on the show that we are not seeing. But I don't believe that a scene like that, they would not show us those scenes. And also I feel like if they shot a scene like that, it will make this scene right here that we are seeing so different. So the fact that this scene here is still so messy tells me that there is no conversation that took place between Rosette and Voy before they have the dinner. Now here's the part that the people that were saying, "Hi, Uvuyi no Peladi don't rely on Happy." When I was saying last week, Uvuyi no Peladi rely on Happy. That is the reason they are walking out of that dinner, and they are not sure. Should we play the game? Should we not play the game? I futsekansi hambatin. Oh, Rosette is talking to Vuyi, you know. Then uHappy comes to say, "Ay mina sengiyahamba ke ngoba lona uthi thina noma ngabe siyakhula asihambe masigula." Akukhulunywa nawe nje wena usungenaphi. You know? It's like everything that is said to Vuyo, she takes it as something that is said to her. I was like, huh? Like, you know, now that is what I was saying that time. Vuyi Peladi is Vuyi Peladi Happy. That is one package. Happy is their backup. Happy was going to leave because Rosette had said something to Vuyi. Do you think that if the other ladies allowed Happy to say, "I ngiyahamba because Rosette says this to Vuyi," do you think if Happy stood up and left, was Vuyi going to stay? No, Vuyi was not going to stay because Vuyi is not going to stay with those ladies alone. Vuyi was going to stand up and live with Happy. Here's the thing, you guys, that I'm hoping for. Of course, I'm still going to watch the other half of the episode and see if it has anything interesting. I'm hoping that all the ladies this season, even my favorite Mrs. Shay, even my favorite Noxie, guys, like ngiyanithanda nonke emakhaya, kodwa nje nonke Vuyi Peladi, Mrs. J, Noxie, Mrs. Sande, the 5 of you. Thank you very much, you guys. Sanithanda kakhulu. Siyabonga ukuthi benivuka every day nihambe niyoshutha if it was every day. Thank you very much. My outfit nisigqokele wona this season. Siyabonga ukuthi nitravelile naye eMpumalanga. Siyabonga ama-diary session enu. In fact nje akukho noline owodwa njengokukhumbulayo ostrikayo nje from i-diary session. Yazi akukho noline owodwa. Kahle kahle niyayidinga nje ilokhuzana i-session with Lachonco ukuthi i-diary session yenziwa njani. Lachonco bandla usizo wenza ama-master classes. Ulachonco guys must do master classes ngema-diary session ngoba ama-diary session this year ku-Mami Club hayi abengabhoriko. Guys, siyabonga. Like we do thank you for all that you've done this season. Kodwa guys, please take a break. If anybody should come back, only because she's the OG Naye, she really let us down this season. Like honestly, Happy Smelan let us down this season in a big way. But she is the OG, you guys. She's done 3 seasons of this show. I mean, she does deserve to come back for another season. And maybe she's the only reason that we remained watching this season and we remained watching for as long as we have. So she does deserve to come back for another season. And guys, whoever is casting for this show, whatever you need to do to bring the OGs. When we say the OGs, we mean the season 1 OGs. Just hamba uye wherever, they speak to whoever you need to speak to. If it's the salaries, hambe salaries department and negotiate with them. Sibadinga bonke. Yabona season 1, whoever you had in season 1, hamba koNunurai uye go Mrs. Mops uye bonke nje the season 1 cast, please just go and get them for us, because this that we had in season 3 we cannot, if the show has to go AWOL for a year or 2 until you get our original OGs, please do that, because what you did to us in season 3 cannot be undone. What you did to us in season 3, it cannot be undone. So please, we cannot have mummies that can shoot 11 episodes and we have never met their kids, but the show is called The Mummy Club. What kind of nonsense is that? Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Only if there's something worth reviewing. Thank you so much, you guys. Nginithanda kakhulu.